Okay, so we're back.
Just like.
Okay, we're back to show what the result should be. So, I am in folder Octave, the EKF localization, and I am showing the solution. So you have to wait until you fill out everything to see this. What you should see is this. So, launching Octave EKF localization, you see that while the robot is not perfectly localized,
these are the green dots that you see that at the beginning is scattering, it's bumping here and there.
Yes, here it was scattering here and there. And while it is not localized, the predicted position of the landmark does not coincide with the actual position of the landmark. So the blue dot does not coincide with the red dot. Now that it is perfectly, almost perfectly localized, every time he sees a new landmark, then the blue dot appearing coincides with one of the red dots. I want to start this from the beginning to let you see what happens when it scatters because it's not localized. Here it is, okay? So in this phase, no blue dot coincides with any of the red dots. But now he will get to the localization.
It's struggling a bit because every time we start it starts from a random position where it's like flicker around, right? So now it's making a little bit more effort to get localized.
But now it is almost there.
Depending on where you start, right? Because if you start very close from the initial location, it has to do a very little effort to localize the system. This is a very easy problem, right? So in the end, it converges all the time. But in other problems, it's not the case. Like at the beginning, depending on where you start it, the system will take longer or shorter to localize. This is a very, I repeat it, it's a very easy problem because we don't have sensor aliasing. We see perfectly. We see every landmark tells us which landmark it is, so we can match it in the map. So the system will converge in a few rounds, right?
Okay.
And now it's localized, and then you see that the blue balls are around, they absorb the perceived land. How are the blue balls put? Simply, you take the measurement of the robot, the actual measurement that comes from the sensor, and you attach it to the mean of your estimate, which is an SC3 object, and then you bump it into the world. This way you have a visual idea or where you in theory see the landmarks according to your estimate. So if you are badly placed at the beginning and you see a landmark at 1 meter from you, you say I'm here, you put the blue ball at 1 meter from you, but at 1 meter from you there's no landmark, right? And that's the result that the party of observations that you see on the bottom right.
So when the blue balls are outside the red dots, is because it's not
localized.
Okay, so there is 1 meter away from the robot, but it's not well positioned in the map.
The filter is not converged. Like you see your uncertainty, your mean is wrong, you're starting wrong, but it's probably highly complex. So in the end, unless you do something really messy with the covariances, it doesn't converge.
Okay. Now, did you say if you want the meet session?
They didn't say anything. I have only one observer now.
Ah, okay.
So we have basically the whole class in class.
Okay.
Guys, you can go ahead and fill in the things. My suggestion is that we first start with the prediction mode, with the predict of the filter. You disable the update, and then what you should see is that your robot, like the uncertainty, the thing increases over time because the predictions is like basically the effect of the robot moving blindly because you're not doing any observation. And if you walk blindly, also the noise, you can see it also the covariance tends to increase.
So we comment about the blue signal equals correction to signal.
If you say it faster, I understand that.
We comment out the new sigma correction of new sigma.
Yes.
Okay.
You can. My recommendation is that for a second, focus on the predict and see what happens.
Sì.
Ma pure volta, io ne sapevo sta cosa.
Io perché non uso mai il CLI, cioè nel senso uso il CLI.
Non si sente niente, cioè, quasi sempre il video muto. Si è l'unico studente che sta guardando la camera. But do you have it clear what is the input of your problem? It's just obtained by passing that file, but the input of this filter is just delta U, so the U and the Z and the index, right? It's nothing else. It's like we could obtain it by a physical robot the very same thing. If we would have mounted something on the encoders, and then if you would have some software that perceives, for instance, the distance, the AQR code with a camera.
So the motor input and the position of the axis.
Yes,
The position of the landmark is given now.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, the relative position of the diagram.
The relative has to come from the robot, of course. Yes.
Okay.
With respect to the sensor. Sì, esercizio.
Cioè, dipende da come
Sì. Vediamo. Tanto non lo so. So, we are expecting all sorts of problems because typically this is a very little piece of code, right? Scripting that you have to write. But by our experience, there's always something wrong.
Okay.
So. Non c'è nessuno, niente in chat. Niente, no, non manco nessuno. Okay, I mean, given that we don't have anyone watching, given that no one is watching, I mean, either we open another streaming with the solution at the end, and for those that, so that it's useless to record hours of a standing still screen, so we can stop the streaming and we open the streaming at the very end where we present the full solution. Che dici?
Sì.
Un obbezzo? Stop.